Hi everybody. Thank you so much for being so patient. I'm going to go over a few things in this video just to kind of explain how the course is going to go over the rest of the semester, and also just to have an opportunity to say hi to everyone and to show you guys how I've set up the Canvas page to make sure that everybody understands how the flow of the course is going to go from here on out. So right now, if you go to the home page, you're going to see this here. And this will also be the first page of the week 11 module. And this video will also be included on both of these pages. So again, I just want to thank you all for your patience, and I understand there's a lot of change happening. And like I said, I want to make sure that we could get through the rest of this semester as smoothly as possible. The completion of this course online will require you to have a personal computer with a student ArcGIS license. Within this page here, anything that is highlighted blue is a link, and it should take you to whichever website. We're also going to be needing to use Zoom. I want to be able to do this to have meetings with you one-on-one. Especially if you need help on the labs, I will be able to take over your screen and hopefully help to troubleshoot through whichever area you're having an issue with. And so another bit of software that you're going to need is a zipping program such as 7-Zip, and I've included a link here. But it doesn't really matter which zipping software that you use, just as long as you're able to unzip files that you're downloading from Canvas and to zip files to upload into Canvas. So also I know that CR is offering Microsoft Office, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and I've included a link here. So I know that not everybody has the same resources at home as as everybody else. So if you're having any type of technological challenges or issues, I've included the CR student helpline link here, and so that's gonna take you, I'll just click on it now. So let's see. Okay, now I want to keep that going. Okay, so while this is loading, this is going to take you to the web page that has all the information for students. And so this is just one section of it, but if I scroll up and down, excuse me. Okay, so we're all learning how to transition online. And so I understand that there is going to be a learning curve for everybody, myself included. Okay, so here we go. So the link that I have there takes you right to the technology resources. If you scroll up or down, this whole page is a really good source of reference points if you're having difficulties transitioning online. If you have any questions, this page is set up for you guys to be able to go and work with CR to make sure that the resources that you need are available to complete the course. And so you can call this, get in on this line here, where you could either speak with somebody or you could join on your computer and work with somebody one-on-one. They also have resources here for different types of wireless service access during this time. And so I just really want to make sure that if possible, we get everybody through the course, because obviously, there's a lot of requirements that were previously provided in the lab at school. And so I know that some of you might not necessarily be able to, do all the labs from home. And so if that's the case, not only contact the student helpline, but make sure that you're communicating with that to me as well. Okay, so as I was saying, transitioning into online instruction, I definitely expect there to be adjustments for everyone. So this week we're just going to focus on the week 11 module, which is going to cover how to navigate the course Canvas site. And so that's this video here, and then the first page of that module. And so what will be expected in the upcoming weeks. So this is my view. You guys, the student view is going to be a little bit different, but it's very similar in a lot of ways. So when you hit the course page, you'll just go straight over to the left panel here and click on the modules. And so we'll just wait for that to load up. And so I've separated all the rest of the weeks out, and I have started putting some pages into the upcoming weeks, but you're only expected to work on the modules of the week that we're in. And actually you won't be able to get into any of the future weeks until that week. I have them locked until that week comes up, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and you guys could just keep focused on one thing. So, they're going to be set up like this. And so the idea is to start at the beginning. And so you'll just click through the first link. Okay. So again, like I said, the first page is the page that you're on right now, hopefully, and this video will be included as well. And so you'll just go through that, and when you're done watching the video, and I know my little screen is kind of covering it, but there's a next button over here. So once you're done with that page, you'll hit the next button. Let's see. I'll have to just move myself. There we go. Okay, so we'll hit the next button here. Okay, so every week now we're going to have a discussion topic, and so there'll be a description of what is required for each discussion for that week. And so these are going to be worth 10 points. So not only do you have to reply to the discussion yourself with your own response, you also will be required to respond to either one or two other students in the class. And so for this week, I'm going to have you watch this episode. It's called Operation Man-Eater, and then just follow the prompt here as far as what your discussion response will be required of. And so the discussions are just supposed to keep you engaged and participating in the class, and I just want to make sure that everybody doesn't get too bogged down with just watching lecture videos of me talking over slides. And so I hope that you guys take this opportunity to be creative and share your thoughts about GIS. I will put in here the topics that I really want to make sure that you hit on, but this is really an opportunity for you guys to open a discussion with each other. And even though I'm asking that you will reply to at least one or two students, you're more than welcome to, put in as many replies as you'd like, introduce new questions. I'll also be looking at these discussions and participating as well. Really quickly, it is very important to make sure that you're being respectful, not only with your language that you're using when you're communicating with students, but also with the topics that you're choosing to discuss as well. And so if you need to, you could take a look at the syllabus and what is accepted student conduct during the course. And so again, like I said, this is supposed to be positive and encouraging, and if there's a need for constructive criticism, make sure that you choose your words wisely. Okay, so once you get through this, also really quickly, the discussions are, open for a week. So the way that this course is gonna go, hopefully, is Tuesday to Tuesday. And so I've made them due at midnight the following Tuesday after they're open. There is no late for these assignments. So if you don't get it in by that time, I won't be accepting any more responses to the discussion. So you need to make sure that you're getting them done before that deadline, because it's hard. And so it's a hard deadline is what I mean. So yeah, if you don't get it in by that due date, then you'll just get a 0 for the discussion. Okay, so once you're done here, and so, reply, you'll just hit reply here, you'll put in your submission, and then submit it, and then once that is done, you'll be able to see everybody else's reply, and then you'll have the opportunity to respond to another student in the class. Okay, so now, of course, I'm blocking that next button again. So once you're done with this, you could go to the next. There is no like time limit. You're able to do this at any point during the week. So you can definitely just like, you don't have to get at it right away, though I suggest giving yourself enough time to make sure you get it done. But you can definitely go to the next page, if you want to move forward into the lecture and into the assignment for this week. Okay, so because we've had a couple of weeks off and I want to make sure that you guys have enough time to review, especially since we're still working through Lab 7, I've decided to include lecture videos of the attribute tables lectures that I did the week before spring break. So this week I set everybody on board with how the flow is going to be going, and so I've included these 3 videos of the lecture here. I'm speaking over them, and then you also have these slides for future reference for studying for the final exam. Okay, so once you get through watching these videos, if you feel like it's necessary to watch them, I recommend it. It's a good refresher. It hits on points that we're going to be working on in the lab, so it's definitely a good thing to do. Okay, so once you're done with these videos, you'll hit the next button here. And this is going to take you to the Lab 7 assignment page, which I have updated, and there is new data available to be able to complete that lab, thankfully. And so, again, I just want to thank all of you for your patience. Sometimes when working with GIS data, especially, there might be a link or data might not work, or it might be old, or there was something in it that was correct before, but is now not correct, whatever the issue may be. Most of the time with a little bit of investigation and digging, you're going to be able to find a good solution, whether you get a new copy of the data like I did, or, maybe there's another option out there for you to be able to complete your project. And so what I ended up doing was emailing the author of the original layer and then also contacting the creator of the lab activity, and I got responses from both of them. It did take a little bit of time because of everything that's going on with the pandemic, but persistence still won in this case, and we're going to be able to finish up this lab activity, which I'm really happy about. Okay, so the lab page will look just like the assignment pages, as they did before on Canvas. And so there will be a little blurb about what we're going to be working on. And then with this one, because it's updated, I have a couple of things highlighted. I just want to point out to you that you should have been able to get to page 52 in the lab instructions by now. So from there, you're going to be downloading the grocery stores layer link here from Canvas. And so rather than getting it from ArcGIS Online, and I've also updated the lab instructions to be able to accommodate for that new data layer. And so it just kind of changes up the instructions a little bit, but not too much. And then I've also included what you will need to be turning in for this lab assignment, which is also on the last page of the new lab instructions, okay? And so again, you're just going to be picking up from page 52 in the lab instructions and then working through the end to what I now have you turning in, which is going to be, you're going to create a Word document, and at the end of the lab activity, you should have 2 images of 2 maps, and you're going to be inserting that into the Word document, including the caption,